Hey, it's 9 News meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen here in the Arvada Bureau today, out in the heat once again. We have a few more days today, tomorrow, and Saturday of this extreme heat, but there is a little bit of a cool breeze just up the road a piece, so it's coming. We just got to wait out some pretty high heat. Now, we already hit 90 degrees here in Denver at Denver International Airport, so that's number 32 on the year. Look at the update here. We kind of track these things because we think we might be chasing a record, but really I don't think that record of 75 degrees setback or 75 90-degree days is in 2020 is not realistically in our reach, because we would have to get about 25 of the 30 days in August, and then a record-breaking 9 or 10 in September. So really we're looking at getting up to about 55 is the pace that we're on right now in Denver. Now, we do have some extreme heat advisories out there. I call this one the heat dragon, because of the way it looks when you have the Canyonlands of Utah and the Grand Valley in Colorado under a heat advisory. The outline there, I kind of think it looks like a dragon. It feels like a dragon too. It's going to be 100 degrees today, tomorrow, and Saturday, but the heat advisory goes into place for Friday and Saturday. So Grand Junction, by the way, in this streak here, if they hit 70 degrees as a low temperature again tomorrow, we could be looking at 7 consecutive 70-degree or warmer mornings in Grand Junction, which would be the first time in that city's history, which the weather station goes back 122 years. So it's pretty significant heat out there, even on the western slope. Same thing out here on the eastern side of Colorado. Hot temperatures today, lots of 100s probably registered out there on the eastern flatlands. We don't have a heat advisory just yet issued for the northeast plains or the southeast plains, but it's possible, because this is actually for tomorrow. So a lot of those days will hit, a lot of those areas will hit 100 today, which is Thursday, then again on Friday, and then again on Saturday. So 3 consecutive days of 100-degree temperatures out there. I'm thinking we're going with 99 right now for Denver tomorrow, but we're going to see some hundreds in the area, I do believe, and I think Denver could be one of those 100s. So another really hot day, and then Saturday will be just as hot before we finally get some relief, and we'll talk about that in a second here. Here's the computer forecast model for today, going through Thursday, starting now at 12:30. You can see the clouds starting to build once again, just like they have very consistently this summer, with the monsoon moisture coming up from the desert southwest. Although today the showers will not be successful in forming quite as much as they have been. So a relatively drier day than compared to the last few across much of the state. We'll put this into motion now. You can kind of see between now and over the next 3-4 hours, some showers do develop, and isolated showers could be heavy, but we're not really looking at a significant burn scar threat today. In fact, the National Weather Service has their burn scar threat level listed at none. So we're looking at very light, fast-moving showers today. Denver metro area, you can see the clouds maybe keeping us from getting too significant of heat, maybe stopping at about 96, 97 degrees or so. But the showers will not mean too much today. We won't get as many of those downpours that happened in very isolated spots yesterday. I think today's will be much lighter, and that evaporating rain will cause some wind gusts. Not even on the eastern plains, we're not looking at too much action today with rain coverage or clouds until they move out onto the eastern plains. And I'll show you another wider view. That's kind of the front range view of the computer forecast model. Here's a better idea so you can see the rest of the state where there's going to be more significant showers developing. Actually, I just fast forwarded through that, so I'll bring it back here for you. So you can see how the showers are much less coverage today than they have been, although you can see just a few of them. Now don't look at the specific location of these. The computer forecast models don't show you locations for storms. They just show you the characteristics of the coverage, and you can kind of see it kind of hinting the southern Colorado to see a little bit more of those heavier showers, although still very isolated today as we put the computer forecast model into motion from about 12:30 to 4:30, just scattered showers. Stronger storms possible on the eastern flatlands, even further than Colorado today. I think mostly in Nebraska and parts of northwest Kansas could see some isolated strong storms here, especially in the late afternoon and evening hours. As we go towards sunset, those things disappear, and we're on to another day tomorrow and Friday. Looks like we'll get a little bit more storm coverage, back to more of a traditional monsoon flow. But for today, because of that less cloud coverage, less rain and evaporation mixing the air, we do have an air quality alert for ozone today, and there's also just a hint of wildfire smoke being mixed in from a fire out in Idaho, but most of that is going to the north of the state. We're just kind of getting scraped by a little bit of it, but the ozone levels are expected to reach the unhealthy for sensitive groups category today. And honestly, we've been quite blessed this year with air quality. It has not been too bad. We have not seen too many of these alerts, and we have I can't even recall the last time we had an unhealthy for everyone category in the forecast. I think it may have clipped that threshold once or twice, but for the most part, the monsoon rains and the lack of big western wildfires has kept our air quality much better this year than it has the last 2 years. And when we're talking about that 90-degree streak possibly ending on Sunday, let me rack this back here as the high pressure is building today, tomorrow, and the next day, and that is kind of what you'll see in the dark reds and the oranges down there covering the state of Colorado. And this is what we're relying on. If you look to the north of the continental U.S., you can see a storm system fairly significant rolling through southern Canada. That is our hope. That is really all we're hoping for and relying on to bring us some relief here in the coming days. And so that, you see, that is very far from Colorado. So really what that means is we're only relying on a cold front that will be dragged across the state on Sunday to possibly end our 90-degree streak, although it's obviously not a guarantee. It's not even a super high chance, but we are going with the most likely probability of the 90-degree streak being broken on Sunday. So you see the heat there. Friday, probably 100 degrees in much of the Denver metro area. Saturday could flirt with 100 once again. And then that cold front on Sunday all depends on the timing. Way too early to tell exactly when that thing's going to roll across, although we do see that there will be high confidence of a cold front moving through. It just won't be a significant low pressure impact to us on the upper air. So really that is all we have hope for, is that one little cold front coming through on Sunday. If it comes through at 3, 4 o'clock, we may spike to 90 before and continue that streak just a little bit longer. But what it looks like now is that it could come in, cloud up prefrontal on Sunday before we hit that high threshold and keep us below 90 on Sunday. Although you can see that it's also it's a toss-up, honestly, because it's just a slightly better probability to stay below 90 than it is above. So we're just really kind of hoping to see, although it is going to be a significant difference. We'll feel the difference compared to Friday and Saturday. The heat. So, and then Monday, we may rebound. Tuesday, again, back into the 90s, although it looks like lower 90s, which is right at average for this time of year. In fact, on Saturday is Saturday is the last day that the average temperature in Denver is 91 degrees or above. So, we actually start to see that average temperature go down just a hair. Now, I do want to show you one other thing here as I move through the forecast once again here. There is just one thing I wanted to show you, although I can't seem to find it in my laptop right now. So bear with me right here. Here it is. So on Thursdays, the Drought Mitigation Center updates the drought outlook, or the drought monitor. And so this is the new monitor, and I wanted to show you this because it's fairly significant in the changes. You see that the Denver metro area, including all of Denver, all of Arapahoe, all of Adams, most of Weld, and all of Morgan County have been added to the level 2. So we're back to level 2, which is considered severe drought. So you've been noticing that there's been less moisture out there, and it is starting to come to the visual here on the drought monitor as we've been upgraded back into that level 2 severe drought category. But the rest of the state remains pretty much unchanged because of that monsoon moisture really kind of consistently, not heavily, but consistently affecting the southern part of our state. So the drought monitor remains unchanged for most of the state. So stay cool if you can for the rest of today, Friday, and Saturday, because we do have that small little cool breeze coming just at the tail end of the weekend. So enjoy, and thanks for watching.